we live? Excuse me. I have a little bit of a headache, so hopefully we can get through this stream, and this will all be a piece of cake. Honestly, I just realized I cough a lot. A lot of my reviews, I really do. I'm also kind of looking at the movies that I haven't seen yet. Before I get into the reviews of movies that I did watch, I'm going to tell you the movies that I haven't seen yet or plan on seeing soon. Okay, this is I think we'll start from like the beginning of the year, right? I just want to say the box office. Let me look at the box office. So Lilo and Stitch is back in theaters. Superman's still playing. That kind of surprises me. Oh my god, like there's oh my god, they're still playing How to Train Your Dragon. That's crazy. Um, so Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. I heard that section not bad, but I don't care for it too much. Back in Action, I do want to watch. Um, Presence. I was thinking about watching that, but I'm probably not, honestly. Excuse me. You're cordially invited. Yeah, I heard that one's not that great. Dogman. I was thinking about seeing, but I'm probably not. Love Me. I did start watching that. I did start watching Love Me. Um, I don't mind it. I don't mind it personally. I don't know. I have to keep watching. There's a movie about the Packers, Green and Gold. I'm probably not going to watch that. I'm not a Packers fan. I'm a Patriots guy. I'm behind the. No. Nope. You see that? See that shelf right up there? That's my football team. Go Pats. So yeah, definitely not watching Green and Gold. No, thank you. Kind of Pregnant. I think that's the Amy Schumer movie. No, thank you. Hard Eyes. I heard is pretty solid. Love Hurts. I heard is. Eh. Um, I swear, I thought that was a movie about Jeremy Renner, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I need that. Um, there's a Witcher movie. No, thank you. Bridget Jones. No, thank you. I've heard Bridget Jones. I don't really care for it. The Gorge. I actually heard isn't that bad. I heard it's solid. The Unbreakable Boy. I heard is decent. Um, I heard Last Breath is okay. Riff Raff. I heard was kind of a disappointment, and they kind of made it funny, but not really. My Dead Friend Zoe, I heard, isn't that bad. Um, I heard the Electric State. Oh, the Electric State looks bad. I think I vaguely remember the book when it was popular. Um, I definitely am gonna watch it. I just don't know how bad it is, but I heard it's not great. In the Lost Lands, I heard isn't that great. Plankton the movie, I heard isn't that great, which is kind of a shock to me. That's a shock to me. A SpongeBob movie being bad, I find that shocking. Um, Queen of the Ring, I heard that's pretty good. Rule Breakers, I don't know what that is. Actually, I don't know. Some of these movies, I have like no idea what they are. Black Bag, Novocaine. Oh wait, no, I already saw Novocaine. Black Bag, I'm gonna see because I heard that's good. Opus, I heard that was bad. I heard that was pretty bad. Um, The Last Supper, I heard that one's not bad. Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League or Yakuza League. What is this? What, they made a Batman Ninja movie? What is Batman Ninja? I want to see that. They made an anime Batman movie? I didn't even know they did. You could do that? Okay. Oh, Snow White. Forgot about Snow White. Almost forgot that movie exists. Um, still got to watch that. the Alto Knights. I heard that one's not great. Ash, I heard is okay. Bob Trevino likes it. I heard that one's good. That yeah, that's John Leguizamo. Is Barbie Ferreira related to America Ferreira? No. Why did I think that? Why did I? Why? Same last name, I guess. I don't know. Magazine Dreams, I heard is good. Popeye the Slayer Man. No, I'm good. A Working Man, I'm gonna watch that because Jason Statham is a working man. It's in the name. The Woman in the Yard, I heard is not great. Death of a Unicorn. I actually heard it's funny, but it's like it's not a great horror movie. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Okay, we got okay. That's all for that for those 3 months. That was January through March. Okay, we got and then the next couple months we had Screamboat. We had The Amateur. I heard that one's not bad. The King of Kings I heard is good. Drop I heard is good. Warfare I heard is phenomenal. Sorry I didn't see that in a theater, but you win some, you lose some. Sneaks, I heard that one's not great. The Legend of Oki, I heard is okay. The Wedding Banquet, I heard is pretty funny. The Death of Snow White. Oh, we got another Snow White movie. The Accountant 2, I heard that one's good. Until Dawn, I heard is garbage. I'm still gonna watch it though. Let's see. Okay, I'm just scrolling down. Rosario, I heard is not bad. Rust, I heard is okay. Okay, Electra. Is that? Oh no, this is an entirely different thing. What is that? Shadow Force, I heard it's not great. Fight or Flight, I heard is pretty funny. Clown in the Cornfield, I heard is weird. Juliet and Romeo, I heard is bad. What else? What else? Fountain of Youth, I heard isn't that great. Fear Street Prom Queen's okay, for what I heard. The Last Rodeo, I heard is good. Phoenician Scheme, I heard is boring. Yeah, that's kind of a surprise to me. I thought it would be like more, Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox. What is that? Life of Chuck, obviously, I still gotta watch that, but I heard that one's really good. Predator Killers. I heard that's good. I Don't Understand You, I heard is okay. It's not great. Dangerous Animals, I heard that one's really good. Materialist, obviously, that's another movie I gotta watch. People do like that one, but it's more like a romantic movie than a rom com, and I don't know why they market it as a rom com, but whatever. 28 Years Later, still gotta watch that. I heard that one's great until the second half of the movie. Elio, I heard is solid. Did I not talk about? Wait. Did I talk about them in my last video? There's a movie on here. I think I did talk about it. I don't know if I did. No, I did. Okay, I did. All right. Brideheart, I heard, isn't great. Sorry, Baby, I heard is good. Stealing Pulp Fiction. What on earth is this? What? This looks dumb. I'm sorry, but that looks really dumb. Heads of State, Old Guard 2. I heard those ones are like okay. Stora and the Search for Soldorado. Okay. Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. Jesus, they're still making like zombies movies. What are we doing? Medea's Destination Wedding. Let's see if it's actually bad. Oh my! Medea, stop doing movies. Tyler Perry, do something else. Medea doesn't work. Skill House, I heard, is like awful. It's just bad. And I'm still gonna watch it. I don't care. But there's actually, I think, a lawsuit still going on. Yeah, like it's really from the guy who wrote Saw. Like, what are we doing? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I heard it's not good at all, and I still gotta watch it. Eddington, I was thinking of watching. I think I am gonna watch it. I just don't know where it's going. Obviously, anything Austin Butler's in, I gotta watch because he's a good actor. He's probably one of my favorites in Hollywood. Ick, I heard that one's pretty decent. The visuals are kind of cool, so that's kind of cool. Happy Gilmore 2, I'm definitely gonna go see, or definitely go see. I'm definitely gonna watch. The Home, that's the Pete Davidson movie. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. Oh Hi, no thank you. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so holy, we are 10 minutes in. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the movies that I have seen in August because we are now in September, and let's just go through August. Let's just get it out of the way. The Bad Guys 2. I have not seen it. I actually started watching the first Bad Guys because I've actually never seen the Bad Guys. Um, I will say this. I hope it's as good as people say it is. I know it's meant for kids, but I'm a sucker for heist movies. I like a good heist movie as much as anybody. So maybe it's good. Maybe. I also like a good comedy. Excuse me. Which brings me into our first review of the day, or at least for this I almost said podcast, for this stream. The first movie we're going to talk about is The Naked Gun. Now this movie is interesting. This movie is the quintessential comedy to bring back comedies. What do I mean? If you know The Naked Gun in the 1980s and 90s, you know that they were like a bunch of satirical police comedies. And it was based off the show in the early 80s called Police Squad. If you didn't know that, now you know. The Zucker brothers and Abrams, or Zaz, as they were acronized, they made it a mission to make comedies funny. And in 1980, 45 years ago, they made a movie called Airplane. You may have heard of it before. I'm being serious, and don't call me Shirley. That's where I'm going with that. Um, Obviously, people know what Airplane is. It's probably one of the funniest movies ever made. Top Secret, underrated comedy. It's probably another funny movie. It's actually one of my personal favorites. Same with Airplane. Airplane's like probably my favorite movie ever. And then there's The Naked Gun, which I'd never fully seen up until recently, and I love it. Just I don't care for the other two movies, but I can understand how funny it is. At least the first movie is, because that's the only one I've fully seen. Until I saw this one. Now, The Naked Gun is known as The Naked Gun, but it's really four and a quarter. If we're going by the sequel chronological line, it's technically four and a quarter. Now, what made me want to see this movie, there's a certain name connected to this movie, and it's not Liam Neeson. That name is Seth MacFarlane, a guy I looked up to since I was a kid. He's probably the guy that made me invested into Family Guy, the guy who made me invested into comedies in the 2010s. If it wasn't for him and his idea of comedy, I don't think I'd be watching a comedy movie in theaters right now. I genuinely don't think so. I wish I was there in like real time at like what was I like 11 years old when Ted came out. I wish I saw that in theaters. I really wish I did, but I was too young. That made sense. But as an adult, I appreciate Ted, and it's another one of my favorite movies ever made. I think the majority of my favorite movies are comedies. I like to laugh. I like a good bit of laughter, and Seth's creative genius is sprinkled into this movie. You know he's not a writer for this movie, but you could tell he wanted to be. You know that some of his storyboarding is somewhere within this movie because he's a producer. His company Fuzzy Door worked on this movie, and Liam Neeson was in the movie solely because of Seth MacFarlane. It's not because the director happened to be one half of the Lonely Island. Liam Neeson's in this movie because Peter Griffin himself made this movie. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we'd have this movie right now. In fact, he's also going to make a Revenge of the Nerds remake, which I don't know how that's going to do in 2025 or 26. I don't know how that's going to work in the modern era, but we'll wait and see. And he's supposed to do a Ted animated series, which I'm hyped for, even though we already have a Ted live action series. I don't know why you're going animated, but whatever. Excuse me, jeez, I got a lot of burping. My apologies. But yeah, what do I think of this movie? Is it as funny as the other ones? Yeah. I've never seen the other ones, but I can tell you just from watching the first movie and this movie, it's enough. And I think that's the thing. I don't think you need to watch the other two Naked Gun movies to understand this one. If you watch at least the first one, you have an idea of what you're going into. It's lowbrow, very entertaining, very funny. The jokes are over the edge, and yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Um, and the rating I'm going to give it is mainly because, like Fantastic Four, like Superman, there's so much great movies, but I can't say it's better than Sinners or F1. I can't do that because they're both phenomenally well made movies. But for now, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Naked Gun is very funny. My only issue is that the movie felt too short. That's it. The movie's phenomenal. It's just too short. You could have made at least another 20 minutes and this movie would be even better. You had a lot to work with. So yeah, 9 out of 10 is my rating for The Naked Gun. Let me see, what's the next movie? Oh, Sketch, I gotta see that movie. Next movie we're gonna talk about is Weapons. Actually, you know what? Before we talk about Weapons, let me see what else we got here. She Writes Shotgun. I think I've heard of that. My Oxford Year. What is that? Trouble Man. What is that? Sketch. That's the Angel Studios horror movie. I'm gonna watch that. The Pickup. What is that? Yep. Nope. Okay. Let's just talk about Weapons. Weapons is a horror movie, but not just any horror movie. It's a mystery horror movie. Ooh, enticing. Where do I even start with this movie? Weapons. Weapons is a movie you don't want to really know the plot to right away, and I'm gonna spoil it to you anyway because my experience was very strange. Um, to Zach Krieger, I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. Where do I go with this? Right? It's not for the faint of heart. At least the ending isn't. Maybe like one other scene. The majority of the movie is not gory, or no, gory for the sense of being gory. It's grisly, but not really. It's spooky. It's a little freaky, but it's not that freaky. Every story connects within another, so it feels like an anthology film, but it's not. They all connect into one big storyline that revolves around this kid named Alex, who's the only one in his class who didn't get kidnapped at like 2:17 a.m. in the morning. And to spoil sort of how the movie goes, there is an important character midway through this movie that basically is the quintessential villain of the movie, and by villain I mean witch. This is a witch movie, and uh, honestly, like I'm okay with witch movies. They could have explained more who she is, where she came from, but I'm not gonna go further than that. I'd rather you watch Weapons for yourself, but I am gonna spoil it to you. It is a witch movie. It's not a ghost movie. It's nothing supernatural. Well, kinda. It's a witch movie. It's about witchcraft. Kinda. And the ending, I'm also not going to spoil for you because I'm not a fan of it. While I do enjoy this movie, while I enjoy the flow of the movie, compared to The Naked Gun, which it flows well as a comedy, and every scene hit on its jokes left and right and left and right, this movie didn't hit its points left and right and left and right. And this movie made me want to, run around a gas station with my arms like this. No, I'm joking. Obviously, that would be insane. But the movie does have this creepy atmosphere that I was a fan of. And while there were scenes that kind of freaked me out a little bit, sitting in a theater for this you got the right experience. Now, as I'm saying this, it's still in theaters. You could probably still go see it. However, I'm gonna make one thing very clear: do not watch this high. apparently, from what I read online and from what I've heard around the streets, do not watch this movie while high or drunk. Do not do it. It's gonna freak you out. Or at least the very most, don't get high to weapons, because you're gonna freak out. So yeah, the ending is insane, and I'm not a fan of it. It's out of nowhere, and it's goofy for the sake of being goofy, and I get what they were trying to do, but for this kind of a movie, you didn't need to do that. However, I did enjoy it. I do think it's a fun horror movie and fun popcorn entertainment. But for now, I'm just going to give it an 8 out of 10. Because Sinners had everything I could have ever asked for: context within the Deep South, and anything that involved, like, any kind of tension with different races. It involved storytelling, story building, huge atmosphere, great music, great score, everything. Everything was perfect. This movie almost was perfect, but what makes it not work is the goofy ending, and it's not great at all. And some people don't like this movie, and I completely understand. It is a little weird, but I am glad that, like, it's getting some kind of recognition. It's just Weapons could have been so much more. It could have been so much more. So yeah, Weapons is getting an 8 out of 10. We have a viewer on the stream. Hi, welcome. Welcome to my film stream. Freakier Friday, I'm probably going to go see. We have another viewer. Hi, welcome. What's up? What up, Peter? What's up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Yeah, Freakier Friday, I'm probably going to go see. What is My Mother's Wedding? That sounds dumb. Strange Harvest, I don't know what that is. What We Hide. Oh, I can talk about the next movie. Let me paint you a picture. Picture a dog that's about to get neutered. Now, the idea of it could make for a great movie. Is it actually going to be a great movie? Nope. You had a great cast, or voice cast at least. You had great screenwriting. The guy behind this movie created the Powerpuff Girls and worked on Dexter's Laboratory. So obviously the hype was there for this movie. There were people that were genuinely excited for this movie. Not me, though. Not me. And what I watched on Netflix is so bad that it's not even the worst movie of the year. It's right up there, but it's not. That movie is Fixed, about a dog that gets neutered. That's it. That's the whole movie. You have dog strippers. You have so many phallic jokes. I cannot even take how many phallic jokes I heard. You had sex jokes with dogs. What are we doing? What are we doing? And I can take a shot at how many times I kept seeing the main dog's, you know what, the little disturbing. And I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to make a gross out cartoon comedy for adults. This isn't Sausage Party, okay? That movie's funny, and that actually crossed the border of phallic humor. This didn't do it at all. In fact, it did the complete Uno reverse. And while I do appreciate the voice cast, the only person I'm going to criticize is Adam Devine. Worst choice for a main character in a cartoon ever. Worst choice. Adam Devine is not funny, not even in the slightest. I can tell you on the voice cast who I did enjoy. I enjoyed Idris Elba. I enjoyed Fred Armisen. I didn't even know it was him at first. He was the wiener dog who was standing up like this. Beck Bennett, I actually forgot he's in that movie. Bobby Monahan, I forgot he's in that movie. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, someone called for me. Um, we're gonna leave that in the stream. Um, Catherine Hahn did a great job in this movie. Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm talking about the movie Fixed. Please stay, stay, please stay, please, please. I'm talking about movies. Stay. Thank you. Fixed. What am I gonna give this rating? The rating I'm gonna give this movie is so low that there are people who genuinely like this sense of humor of a dog getting neutered. And they like dog strippers, apparently. And also, there's a joke in the movie. Well, not really a joke. It's just a scene in a movie with a dog and another dog. And I'm going to stop it there. I'm just going to stop it right there. I am giving this a 2 out of 10. This gets a 2. This is a 2. It's kind of funny, only for a couple of minutes. And then everything goes out the window. It's all gone. Yeah, it's just bad. It's all around bad. I'm gonna move on because they left. I'm sad. I'm gonna move on. Red Sonja. I didn't even know they brought that back. Nobody 2. I'm gonna go watch. I hopefully want to see that. Americana. Okay, we got that. What the hell? Oh, whatever. Americana. I'm probably gonna go see it. I think that's the Sydney Sweeney movie. Yep, and Halsey's in it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. 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 Hold on. Can I talk about that now, or can I wait? Can I wait? Kind of want to wait on that one. Oh, the map that leads you. I do want to watch that. Honey Don't. I might watch that. I don't know. Eden Relay, Splitsville, whatever. Afterbirth. What is that? What is Afterbirth? What is that? Trust, We Strangers. The Thursday Murder Club. I definitely need to watch that. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here we got to talk about. Okay. Okay. I'm going to get started on. Okay. Okay. This is the movie that I might actually think can combat Sinners and F1. Now, I want to give you a call back to the first time I did this channel. I'm not crazy about dramas. I'm not. But when you have something added to it, I'm more intrigued. And the crazy part about this movie that I'm about to tell you is so insane. I love this movie. This was my first experience watching a Spike Lee movie in a movie theater on the big screen. And I know he's made some great masterpieces, whether it be whether they're funny or very serious or both. This had unintentional comedy, great drama, great suspense, great thriller, great acting, all around great movie. And I am going to mention something special about this movie in a second. But what I really do appreciate is putting this in the theaters first was the right call. Putting this on Apple TV wouldn't do much. Now, when it comes out on Apple TV, I'm going to watch it again and again and again and again. This is by far my favorite Denzel movie I've truly ever watched. And it might also be my favorite Spike Lee movie. So, yeah, I got the quintessential Spike Lee experience. And I'm very happy because this movie shattered all expectations I had, which were already very high as it is, and it went up to here. And I'm very happy. From the opening of the movie with the beautiful opera to the ending to Miss Sula C. Singh, with the C standing for Can. And that's not even just Denzel, who is phenomenal in this movie. It's A$AP Rocky playing a absolute tool bag of a human being, and it's hysterical, and I love it. It's Denzel's character's wife. She does a great job being a very carefree, not carefree, being a very it's also Denzel's character's mom being very caring about her boy, about her son, who gets kidnapped, and that's the whole premise of the movie. Basically, Denzel and his character's wife, they have a son. He gets kidnapped by ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky is the villain in this movie, and he's kind of a tool bag. And yeah, like this is a lot to unpack. Yeah, where do I even rank this movie? I mean, from the writing to the pacing to the directing, from Mr. Spike Lee, of course, everything about this movie is just cinema, absolute cinema. But what makes me want to give this rating very high, and I'm gonna make a bold decision here that's gonna be a little controversial. To Miss Ayana Lee, you a goat. You're a real one. I've been a fan of her music since quarantine, since Killa Killa with KSI. Been a big fan. Make You Love Me is a great song. It's probably one of my favorite songs by her, Ayana Lee. I shout her out on Instagram. Got some great positive words of affirmation. Well, maybe just some positive words. I don't know why I said affirmation. Ignore me. Yeah, she's an absolute sweet human being, and I'm a big fan of her work. And the fact that she appreciated it, call me a real one. Cinema. So yeah, this is kind of me being a little biased, but I also did enjoy the movie, and I think the rating for this movie is mainly because I don't think there is any movie like this. There's no crime movie like this. But we're going to talk about another crime movie that I also did love. Oh, excuse me. Jesus, I've been burping a lot. Take a shot every time I've burped. You're going to get sick. Yeah, the rating I'm giving highest to lowest, the quintessential Spike Lee experience in the modern era is a 10 out of 10. Good job, Spike Lee. You did it. I'm impressed. I'm going to make one remark, though. Be careful when you talk about Boston. Be very, very careful. You got lucky because at least the Yankees fans were funny. But you know who runs baseball. Go Red Sox. Go Sox. Yankees suck. That's all I got to say to that. But you still made a great movie, and I still enjoyed it, so I could care less. And my favorite scene in the movie is when the Yankees fans are like, Boston, pull the emergency brake. Boston, pull the emergency brake. That shit cracked me up for like a good 2 minutes. And I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way. I mean that in a really good way. So the Yankees fans are actually phony for that. Good job. But I still hate your guts. Go Red Sox. What else we got? Witchboard. I don't know what that is. The Map That Leads to You, I think I'm going to go watch that on Amazon Prime, but I really don't want to, but I am. Actually, what are the reviews for that? Is it good? Mixed? Oh, brother. Okay. Honey Don't, I heard that's not good at all. Eeny Meeny, what on earth is that? Samara Weaving. I forgot about Samara Weaving. Marshawn Lynch is in another movie? Good for him, honestly. Eden, Relay, Splitsville, Appleton. Okay, Thursday Murder Club. I'm definitely gonna go watch. The next movie I'm gonna talk about, and honestly, probably the last movie here, because the only other movies I do want to see this year are Toxic Avenger, or at least from this month, Toxic Avenger, and The Roses. But I might watch The War of the Roses and then watch The Roses because I think it's the same movie, but I think one's not as dark as the other one. And also, I heard one's funnier than the other. I don't know which one, but we'll find out. I'm also not a married guy. I'm a single guy. I don't have a girlfriend. So I'm probably not going to understand the humor, but if it's funny, it's funny. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to talk about the final movie on this stream, and that is Caught Stealing. This movie is the quintessential Austin Butler experience. You got a guy who overachieves everything he does, and I'm okay with that. And I think what's special about, hi, welcome to my stream. I'm talking about an Austin Butler movie. Please stay. Caught Stealing is a movie about a guy named Hank Thompson, played by Austin Butler. He's a baseball player, or what, former baseball player. He works as a bartender in New York, and chaos ensues. This guy named Russ, played by the former Doctor Matt Smith. I say Doctor as a Doctor Who. If you know, you know. Um, he he's also the guy from Morbius too. If you know that one. Ugh. Um, Russ is a very important character in the movie. He basically is embroiled in the mob world or the crime world. Oh my God! Somebody left that game. Why are you leaving? What are you doing? Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. He gets embroiled with some bad people. They beat up Hank because he's like, "Well, what are you doing?" You know. He also is taking care of Russ's cat. Kind of an important character too. The cat is very important. These two guys end up working for Bad Bunny, who also plays a villain. His name is Colorado. Colorado. And Regina King is essentially the other main villain of the movie. I think she's probably more a main villain than you realize. And they don't really tell you otherwise, but she's kind of important. More important than Colorado, in my opinion. More important than Bad Bunny is kind of crazy, but whatever. Everyone just like is beating the shoot out of each other, left and right and left and right. And I think what's special about this movie is Caught Stealing also shattered my expectations. I didn't expect this movie to be like amazing, but it did turn out amazing, and I did enjoy the movie. I had a couple of good hee ha ha moments with this movie. Unintentional comedy. I actually think it might just be a crime comedy, crime thriller. I find that hard to believe. Um, Shout out to the band Idols. They made a great song at the credits. The credits literally are like moving all around, upside down, like all around the circle. It's insane. I love it. And the rating I'm gonna give this movie, I never read the book personally, but it's a fun crime thriller if you want something to go see in a theater. It's playing in theaters now. It's one of my favorite movies in the theaters right now. Excuse me. So yeah, I did enjoy the movie. I got a couple of great moments out of it. Um, oh wait, this is the guy who wrote the book. The guy who wrote the book Caught Stealing actually wrote the screenplay. Good for him, honestly. Good stuff. Yeah, Caught Stealing. I am giving this rating a 10 out of 10. Great cinematography, great directing, great acting from Austin. Everyone else in the supporting cast does well. And we live in an alternate universe somehow. We live in a universe where Sabretooth and Kingpin are the Jews. And I'm going to end that sentence with that. Yeah, this movie is batshit crazy, and I love this movie. Yeah, Darren Aronofsky, good job. You finally made a movie I'm intrigued by, so thank you. Good job. He's done a lot of great stuff, so you know what? Good for him. My least favorite movie, one of my least favorite movies, actually is done by Darren Aronofsky. So thankfully, he did something different that I actually can appreciate. And yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, those are the movies I'm gonna talk about for now because I got a lot to catch up on. Mm. So yeah, Naked Gun, I'm giving a 9 out of 10. Very funny comedy. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. Why do you keep leaving? Where are you going? Whatever. I'm giving Naked Gun 9 out of 10 because while it is one of my favorite comedies of the year, it's probably not going to be my favorite. There's probably going to be one funnier. I don't know. Weapons, I'm going to give a solid 8 out of 10. Very entertaining, very fun. But the ending kind of stinks. Not a fan of the ending. Fixed, I'm going to give a 2 out of 10. It is awful. It is garbage. Sayonara, goodbye. Hate that movie. Heist to Lois, enjoy the movie, and shout out Ayanna Lee. You a real one. You a real one. Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie, so I'm going to give that a 10. And Denzel is at his best. You know what I mean? And also, get used to seeing Denzel on your screen now because he's going to retire in a couple years with the new Black Panther movie. So it's gonna really hit hard when he does eventually retire. It's crazy. And Caught Stealing, 10 out of 10. Need I say more? Austin Butler. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for this stream for now. I went way above the time limit. I was going to do this for about 30 minutes, and I went way above the time limit. hopefully this whole stream gets uploaded or is all entirely up, because I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I have a headache. I'm gonna go take some medicine. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. This was fun. I got to talk about the movies I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to on the last stream. Regular reviews will be coming up here and there, so if there's any movies I missed already, they're going to get a separate review. And I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can be before the end of the year. I also have stuff on my main channel. Go subscribe to my main channel, TNT Mikey. You'll go find my videos there. And yeah, how much battery do I have on my laptop, actually? Well, here. 22? I should probably charge it. All right, I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got a long way to go.